first thing, as you can see, the framing is up all the way around. Now I did, I believe it's 48 inch is centered, because the boards that go on the outside are going to be 8 foot long by 4 feet wide. So I positioned them on the outside of the house to fit accordingly, because that would be kind of tough to cut those. Well, the inside may be slightly off for the plywood or the sheetrock. That can easily be cut and fixed on there the right way. So I kind of paid attention more so to the dimensions on the outside. Now, if you take a look at the next picture, I went ahead and placed the windows. These windows are, I'm pretty sure this is where I want it to go on the far side. I haven't really thought too much of windows on the other side, and as we progress I'll kind of show you why, because there's some things that are going to be in there and in the way. So there's 3 windows on one side of the house, where it's going to be the living room, and the small tiny one is the bathroom. Now the next slide is the washroom itself. Now the washroom is going to be quite small. I believe it's only going to be roughly about 4.5 feet by like 3 feet. So the flooring itself is going to be tile. It's going to be what's called a wet bath. That means everything inside, of course, can get wet. You just walk in there, get a shower, or you can use the compost toilet, and that's pretty much it. There's no sink in there, because more or less you just walk out and use the sink that's located in the kitchen if you really have to. But there will be a room, a dry spot out of the way, where you can hang your towel and maybe your robe. In a tiny house, sometimes you have to utilize your robe as your towel. You know, whatever needs to be done. You know, the washroom itself shouldn't take a lot of space. I mean, you don't spend a whole lot of time in there, and you just need to be able to walk in, get a shower, or use the facilities, and just get on out of there. So I'm not paying a whole lot of attention on luxury of that space. Also, by making it that small, it gives me enough room for a laundry room. Now, as you can tell, this laundry room has a single unit washer and dryer. Now, this kind of dryer doesn't actually have an outlet. It's done in one unit, so it doesn't come 100% like stone dry like you're used to. So it's something like 95% dry. So what you do is you just want to hang it up, give it a little air, maybe a little fan, or just sit it outside after to finish up that last 5% or so. If anything, you know, just hang it up on the rods that are hopefully going to be right over top of it. So as you can see here, I have space to hang the clothes above the washer dryer unit, and then I'm going to cover it up with some simple folding doors, you know, that will match hopefully the sliding door. Now, if it comes to it and I absolutely can't have the washer and dryer unit, like it takes way too much power or something along that line, then I'll just use that as a total closed closet, and we can just go to the laundromat if we have to. But really, I'm looking at this to stay in, possibly for retirement, or, you know, a place that, well, actually I just want to live in it, but you know, I'll see how that goes. But anyway, I want all the luxuries as a real apartment or a house would have. Now, there is a person, I believe in Brazil or Australia. I'm going to put the link below. When you have a chance, take a look at what he's done. He built his from scratch, of course, and he did a loft design, more like a roof design, that is very unique, and it gives him a huge amount of space for the upstairs loft, and it also gave him enough room for steps. Now, I didn't want to do an upstairs loft mainly because I didn't want to climb a ladder in my old age, and I didn't feel that the upstairs sleeping quarters was large enough. So my plan was to have a Murphy bed come down into the living room and drop down onto the arms of a couch on the other side. That way it would give us a huge bed to lay down on, and when we were done, we lift it back up, and we'd have shelving and stuff like that that would actually, you know, kind of levitate and fold down as the bed came down, and those same shelvings would fold down as you drop the bed and be used as legs. Very easy to do. It's not difficult at all. But his design, I'm really liking it. The only downside to it is the weight that it's going to put on to the frame, or yeah, to the wheels, and the height. I didn't want to ever have to worry about driving down the road and it being slightly too high, a low bridge. You know, that scares me half to death. And mostly if I'm going to pick this up and maybe go to Florida with it, we're going to be, you know, doing a lot of driving and a lot of low power lines, and it just concerns me. But nevertheless, please take a look at it when you have an opportunity. Tell me what you think. Alright, I'll do more work on the house over the next week, and I'm glad you're following along. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post it down below this video, and I'll be happy to get back with you. Alright, stay cool.